Alright, here we go, some Madcap Moon, and it appears that we are on the play here. We're keeping, our opponent kept his 7. This hand is sort of, I'll be honest, this hand's a little iffy, but I think it's okay given that, we have a Spell Sniper for turn 2 and a Remand. It's, being on the play makes this hand pretty decent. And the Lighthouse, ooh, interesting, okay. Well, that'll actually be pretty good against our play next turn. Having Platinum Angel in hand is not ideal, but 7 mana is sometimes reasonable. I won't say likely or anything, but it's reasonable. Well, there you go. This is actually going to be kind of sweet. If our opponent goes to play something, we remand it, he sacks the Mausoleum Wanderer to counter our remand, and then we just pay for it with a Spirit Guide. I would not hate trading the Spirit Guide for a Wanderer. Go ahead and let this one resolve, though. Maybe he doesn't go for anything here leading like that, but we'll see. So he's going to like mono blue spirits, I guess. Interesting. Well, we'll take one here. I guess we can minimize the damage we're doing to ourselves. I'm fetching a basic island with this one in case we draw a Blood Moon, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and pass here. I don't know where this game's headed. Might be headed towards a hardcast Platinum Angel. Oh, he's blue-white, okay. Blue-white spirits, that makes sense. But he has no play pre-combat. Interesting, well, he doesn't want to do anything. So maybe we're going to have to do something. Alright, there's a Snapcaster. That's a pretty good draw. We need to draw a removal spell, though. I mean, in the meantime, I guess we just sort of make our march towards 7 mana here. That might be the end of our loot house. He just does not want to play anything else. Well, let's loot. Alright, there's the Serum Visions. That's a good one to pick up. I think I'm actually going to pitch the Spell Snare because we can Snapcaster it back if we need it. And I do want to hit my land drop next turn, so this is sort of the easiest cost there to pay. That was our Madcap experiment. Don't want to do that until we have ways to protect our Angel, but let's go ahead and start with the Serum Visions here. So another Serum Vision, so he's a Spirit Guide we don't need. I guess Click is fine, just not opposed to just using it to try to trade, not this turn, but alright, more remands. Another Madcap we definitely don't need. I actually don't know that we want this remand either. I kind of think we don't. Just want lands. Tempted to play the Simian Spirit Guy, but I don't think I'm going to. I want to hold up remand here. Especially he's got 4 mana in our end step. Interesting. Okay. Moorland Haunt. Well, that could be pretty annoying against us, actually. He can exile creatures from his graveyard to make 1/1s. So he's going to Snapcaster, and we're just going to remand it. Need to draw a card here. This actually does mess him up too, because he won't have the blue mana to Serum Visions. And if he counters back on our remand, he still won't have the blue mana to Serum Visions. This is actually probably the best we could hope for out of remand. Sure. Now we have a reason to just cast our Spirit Guide. And the way should be clear to do so. Unless he was going to like do something crazy and Ghost Quarter himself to get blue mana to Serum Visions, which I guess is is technically possible. Wow, he is. Sure. Not sure if that's worth it. It might be. Moreland Haunt's going to be very good for him. It's an interesting game the way it's gone down. We need to draw. If we can draw, decently, we can get a Platinum Angel in play. If we can find some ways to protect it. Good news is, after all, they didn't exactly have a bunch of spirits, so we're still only taking one. Blood Moon, probably going to be necessary later against that Moreland Haunt, but not very good right now. I guess we just pass because we're going to go for our snap. We're going to go for the Snapcaster play. And maybe I should have Snapcaster Serum Visions on myself, actually. Might have been better. I want to V-click him. Actually, I'm going to V-click myself, but I'm going to V-click. Let's see what he's got now, because we could... I don't know what we do. It's possible I was just supposed to... as much as I want to see his hand, I think... I think I'm just going to send my Angel away. So I feel like we can win this game straight up if we just have the... yeah, if we have lands. Now I'll just trade this with his Wanderer, most likely. Take 2 from the Snapcaster. Now maybe if we can force him to, if he does burn removal on our Vendilion Click or something. Just need to draw Lightning Bolts. That's really all we need to do in this matchup. That said, we do actually want to resolve this Blood Moon because of the Moreland Haunt. Ugh, okay. Nothing we can do about that. Right on time. I actually think... So I could Blood Moon... So we should be able to Blood Moon... Bolt. Alright, here's what I want to... I want to Blood Moon... I want to Bolt this thing. So we'll start with that. Here's the way to do this. I want to... Alright, so what we want to do is we have 6, 7 mana with the Spirit Guide. We want to Blood Moon, Bolt this. Then on our next turn... So that takes up 4 of this mana. Our next turn we can go Snapcaster, remove Spirit Guide to Bolt, which will at least get rid of this, because he sacks. But we need a Blood Moon to make sure we don't die to a stream of 1/1s. Alright, so these will both be mountains, and we can go Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Okay. I think that this is important to resolve, otherwise the Moreland Haunt will just grind us down. We're sort of committing to playing this game straight up right now. Now the question is, do I just Snapcaster do it now? I don't think so. I mean, that leaves us at Snapcaster parity. We have a Madcap Experiment in hand. Our opponent has a bunch of cards in hand. but a board that isn't better than ours. I don't know if that's better. I think I'm going to do it. I'm doing this play because um, this will force him. The idea is, I think this game might come down to us having to just play this and him not have anything. So what that means is, if we can create a situation where he uses his removal, his path, or whatever on our Snapcaster, that's very good. And that's sort of what we've done here. Of course, this completely ignores the fact that he could just have more creatures because it's worked out, but he might not. And the Moorland Haunts don't do anything for him. Now, that could be good. I don't want to pull the trigger on the Madcap experiment just yet. Because it, ooh, that helps, though. That makes it tempting. Still don't want to, though. Until we have a reason to risk it, I don't think we do. I mean, we could play it, we could get it out. Then, though, if he has double path in hand, which given he has 3 cards and it's just passing the turn, seems like a reasonable string of things he could have. Then we just lose the game. Meanwhile, we can just play straight up like this. Draw a Snapcaster. We can Snapcaster Pact even. All right, but as it stands right now, we actually don't. We still don't need to go in on the Madcap, so I'm not going to. That's what it comes down to: is do we need to risk our life total? No. Sure. We will spell snare this. Now the opponent with only 2 cards in hand gets a little more tempting. So we do need to kill him. Electrolyze is pretty good against him. It's just so dangerous to go in on this, but I think I'm going to. Because we have Pact, Snapcaster Pact. So this, I think we're good here. So yeah, we're going to remove cards to the top of our library. We have to, save this for 5 turns, though. That's the other thing. Oh, she can get remanded. We could pack the remand. That's not worth it. But yeah, so now he has 3 unknowns in hand. Oh, except not because his runs rattle chains. That's fine. So he has 2 unknowns in hand. And we have 2 counter spells. So actually, he's only got 1. We still don't even need to do this. We can just electrolyze this and just play completely fair game and kill him that way. Honestly, I'm going to keep trying that plan for now. We just do a lightning bolt. Yeah. I think it was probably correct last turn to do it. Now we have this lightning bolt as well. It's just not worth it. Go ahead and electrolyze this. 1 to him. See, I knew this would be important to resolve because we'd be just getting buried under a stream of 1/1s right now. Otherwise. Well, there's a plan. So we can play it next turn if we really want to. Just the old cast the Platinum Angel plan. And then we can even pay for the pact. Because we'll still have a life total. Yeah, why not? Sure, we'll just play Platinum Angel. And we can play. I can pact it. Why not? Because I don't want to give him another card. He has one card in hand. And we can just pay for a pact next turn. So if he kills our Angel with his last card in hand or the one he draws, then we'll just pay for our pact, and we're not really in a worse position. And you see that's what's going to happen, so not really a big deal. Now, the bad thing to do there would be to use the second pact on it, and then actually risk losing the game if he drew another removal spell. He did not. He drew Droxel Captain. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and make sure we pay for this thing. So I do not want to lose the game. We'll draw a remand. So we'll just go ahead and bolt this thing now. Have remand up for his next play. This has been quite the grindy game. Not the, live the dream you expect, but we're definitely the control in this situation. As we go ahead and remand this thing, make him replay it. We get to see another card. Sure. Sure. I'll just play another. Works for me. Now we have a blocker. Alright, so there's only one left in our deck. That's actually something to keep in mind. We put it on the bottom with Vendilion Click, and I don't think we've shuffled since then. Alright, seems like we've got this one pretty locked up now. Our opponent's at 19 life, but he's out of cards. We have the game pretty handled. I probably won't take... Well, actually, I'll probably take 2. Go to 7. Because I don't want, something... And I'll snap Electrolyze at the end of the turn here. I don't want to do it in combat in case it's, there's no telling what kind of weird stuff he could have. Alright, so we'll kill his Selfless Spirit. We'll do 1 to him. And we have some beatdown going on here. See, that's what I was talking about, actually. Let's go ahead and remand it. Sure. This is all sort of whatever because, we still have this Platinum Angel and we still get to protect it. And as a matter of fact, this is not legendary, so let's just get a second one at this point. I could have packed a negation there. I don't think we need to, though. I'm just going to Madcap for the other one. I believe. Trying to figure out if there's a downside to that play. Gives us another beater. Sure. Because he's got, blockers here. Alright, so we have Remand and Packed up. Because he basically has to be able to, in his way to win is to draw a bunch of removal in a row. It's not going to happen, though. Alright. Game 1 down against Spirits, huh? I bet this is pretty good against them. Kolaghan's Command seems great. Staticaster and Electrolyze seem good. Cryptic Command seems pretty bad. The Spell Snare sees deck actually, yeah, there's enough, especially on the draw here. Remand is not great. It's okay. Honestly, the Blood Moons aren't great either. We saw a lot of basic planes and islands. I'm going to keep a couple in here just so we have answers to his long game with the Moorland Haunts. But all right. So is Anger good? I guess. We're just going to cut Remand entirely. Sorry, excuse my voice here. I'm getting over being sick. Had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did too. But I didn't come out of it with the strongest voice ever. All right, so we'll go ahead and get the other thing here. We'll just go full on reactive here. Cut the cryptics. Cut a blood moon. I might even be convinced to cut a third or a second one and go down to one. We'll see. But I like this. I like this setup here. Anger of the Gods. It's sort of. It seems like we can get blown out by his instant speed spells. But if he goes for the Drog School Captain play, it's the best possible answer. And with the Spirit Guides, we may be able to surprise him on 2 or something. I'm okay with this. We have slightly less protection for our Platinum Angels, but um, they don't have to have them. This hand is a mulligan. We got to keep this one. So we have the Serum Visions to clean it up. But I'm not loving it. No, let's see if he has a soul read on me. I'd be very ballsy if he goes for this. He did not, and we drew a land. Great. Vendilion Clique, not very good right now. Honestly, Anger is not very good either. We don't have any red mana, much less 2. I think the Electrolyze and the Lightning Bolt are probably enough here. That we don't need to get, aggressively keep Angers that we're going to have a hard time resolving. Let's see if we can bait him into this. I actually don't even know if I want to trade Serum Visions for his Mausoleum Wanderer, to be honest. I guess I'll give him the choice. No, I won't. Actually, I'm not going to. We need red mana. We just need red mana Electrolyze. We don't actually need to give him any option there. I do like the Snapcaster. We actually hit our mountain too, which is great. So in that case, I want to draw Snapcaster, then I want to draw Delta. All right, we're back on track here. Definitely going to take some beatdown in the meantime, but we can go Bolt on the next turn to get rid of the Selfless Spirit protection and go from there. Uh-oh. All right, well, we can Bolt. That's a lot of damage we're taking. Yuck. Might get punished by not having our colors in time. Well, we can take this one out, but that's all we can do. Alright, there's one down. I guess... Gosh, we can't even force a Madcap experiment through because of the Wanderer. Ideally want to hit a red source off the top. But I guess we're just snap bolting next turn to get rid of either the Wanderer or the Captain. Oh, man. Okay. The end is coming soon here, I think. So he's down to one card in hand. If it's bad, and maybe this is good enough. Maybe. We basically need him to have nothing. So he's deciding if he wants his captain or a spirit. We would like him to give up the captain so that our Electrolyze next turn actually has a chance of doing something. So I don't know why he would. Well, he's thinking of throwing away the Wanderer to save it. That play's actually better for him. Yeah. Allows him to do 5 to us. And keeps our... Oh, can't block him. Take 5. Go to 2. May as well go to 1. Okay, well, we have a plan. It is cast Madcap, Experiment, and Pray. If he has a counter spell, we're dead. If he has a removal spell, we're dead. But look at it this way: if this covers anything else, we'd be dead anyways. Oh, he's got a negate. Unfair. If we'd had a pact there, it would have worked. All right. He was tapping out. He was giving us an Anger of the Gods window. We just weren't able to capitalize on it. Now we get to be on the play, though. I wonder if we can get a Dispel in here over a Blood Moon. I'm not sure exactly. There's a lot of stuff I want. It's sort of, I think in some worlds I want Karanos, so we're going to clear the board and then we want to finish her. I want Tassiger or something, but this hand looks pretty good. Mostly I think we just wanted our mana on time last game. And we just did not quite have it. Yuck, don't want either of those. We got plenty of lands. I mean, this hand obviously was it wasn't the most amazing hand, but it's pretty good. That helps too. We can fetch Basic Mountain next turn in Anger if we need to. Might even, not if he's playing it that way, but I was going to say we could Snapcaster Seer and Visions, but I'm not running Snapcaster into a counter spell. He's got the Rattle Chains. Okay, that's fine. This is what can give us trouble. Flash Creatures can be pretty good against us. Now he's sitting on Spell Queller mana. Okay, it's not a bad one. Probably go for this play next turn. Knowing what we're working with against him is pretty important. Also, if he makes a play here. We will respond with a Vendilion Click. I think our hand is probably what it needs to be, so let's see what he's working with. Okay, no counterspell. That is the important thing to note. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to let him have everything here. We'll know he has a disenchant. But that's it. He's got another Rattle Chains. I think we just let him have the disenchant because we're not even on that play right now. We're still trying to win the game straight up. So we don't need to, give him something that would stop our Anger the Gods from being good here. So we can also Snapcast Anger later. I do think we go ahead and trade. I don't mind that draw. So he's going to flash in another at the end of our turn. I think we just let him. We take a lot of damage here, but it sets up for the good Anger of the Gods. And we can still get value on this turn by looting. If he just plays his captain here. Interesting, okay. Well, let's go ahead and loot. See if this prompts anything out of him. He's thinking about it. Obviously, I'd like to draw a lightning bolt here. This Moreland Hunt is pretty good. his ability to play on our turn and us not draw any of our cards that are good against this is definitely hurting us right now. But we'll go ahead and anger. Pray that it resolves. He drew Spell Queller. Well, it's just pretty lucky. That's pretty rough. We keep drawing not good cards, and he got the good one. See if we can find a way out. Might just be dead next turn. 1, 2, 3. We're taking 9 next turn. We might be dead. The issue, this is what I'm talking about. If we had just drawn the Staticaster this turn, it would have been so good. We just have to play with the Pact now and try to Madcap. If he just plays his Lord, we take 9 damage. And the Staticaster doesn't yet do anything. Because if he plays the Lord, then it's not killing anything. So I think we do want to draw it eventually, though. In case he doesn't make that play. But I think what the game actually looks like from us at this point is him playing the Lord, hitting us for 9 damage, us Madcapping, playing Madcap, having the Pact for his Disenchant. So we know 2 of the 3 cards. Yep. Here comes 9. Well, we theoretically have a plan to play this game still. So we can Madcap, Pact the Disenchant, Snapcast Pact, whatever he has next. The issue with that is we're dead to so many things still. All right, here goes. So yeah, that Staticaster wasn't going to do anything. All right, so he's going to Disenchant and we're going to Pact it. So the further problem we have is he can just block this. And that's bad. I mean, that means we have to continue playing the game for a long time while trying to hide behind this. Now, if he responds to this with another removal spell, well, that's fine. He can negate it. We can snap it. Try to Pact it again. And pray that we survive. We have the looting ability going on here. We can't attack. Let's try to find something good. It could be good. That stops another Disenchant, actually. We can't attack though. This is the this is the bad part for us. Is if he just draws Path, we are dead. Selfless Spirit doesn't kill us, and I don't think we can afford to Spell Snare it. because we have to play around him disenchanting our angel again. Spell snaring this would like make a future Anger of the Gods good, but I don't think that it is worth it because we just lose the game if he draws disenchant. Alright, let's keep going to the well here, see what we can find. A Simian Spirit Guide. Well, that's not going to do much either. Still in the game, though. Game 3 down to -1 life. Sure, you got your Spirit Man. We're trying to hang in there with this Spell Snare Platinum Angel. Oh no. Well, that's bad. He gets to see 3 more. This might be all she wrote. Next turn, anyways. Let's see if we can see in the chat log what he did here. Okay, bottom. Not dead yet. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a very good one. See what if he sniffs this one out. I mean, yeah, it's no reason for him to, sure. We can get some Kolaghan's command value going here. Can I play the land, or do we think we're going to need to save for the Spirit Guide? We can pitch the Spirit Guide next. But we can actually kill his captain, which is a start. Then we can return the Snapcaster to our hand to buy back Spell Snare if Spell Snare is good, or to buy back Kolaghan's command. So what if if we Kolaghan's command him in his draw step, make him discard, then cast Snapcaster, getting Snapcaster back, and then we have Snapcaster Kolaghan's command when we want it. And we have established a loop. Sort of. I think maybe not, though. Maybe that's not good. Well, then make him discard and... Yeah. So I want to kill this. I think maybe I'm just going to do nothing here. We're going to let him draw his unknown card. And if his unknown card is Path, we lose. Probably we get a Lighthouse. Goes a land, alright. Still have life. So I think here we probably loot first. Just another Madcap's actually fine. Pitch the Spirit Guide. In fact, another Madcap is good, so... Alright, so we want to do... Return target creature from a graveyard command into... Sure. So I want my Snapcaster back. And I want to... ping his Spell Queller. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Still in business. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Madcap number 2 here. Yep, now we're talking. I was on top. Okay, we're establishing something here. We are trying to make some progress. I guess I could have done it slightly differently, so we still could have looted, but this is alright. This makes it much harder for him to win. Oh, that's annoying, actually. Spirit Guide, sure. Alright, let's go ahead and loot. Oh, we drew a pact. I love it. We'll get rid of this land. I There may be a day where I cast the Spirit Guide and it may be next turn, but it's not yet. We're not quite turned to the corner here. So having the Pact is great. Having this Snapcaster is very good. I feel good about where we're at, but we're not there yet. What is this? Sure. Alright, no need to do anything here. And we draw a mountain. It's crazy we're not trying to lightning bolt this game. Alright, so we got to worry about the clock here, so I think we're just going to pass. Hold up all of our mana for his turn. I may... He's ghost courting his own land to try to improve his draw step. That's fine. We just got to watch we got to be careful of our clock here. I think it's going to be hard for us to lose, but we have to find a way to win before the clock runs out, which we really need to find Anger of the Gods or a way to kill Spell Queller. Teferi. Okay. And Anger. All right. We've done it. All right. I'm not going to be greedy here. I'm going to just pass. I'm going to Teferi at the end of his turn and then Anger on our turn because conveniently both Platinum Angel and Teferi survive Anger of the Gods. All right. So it's fine that he kills one because we have another. Yeah, let's get the Teferi out here. Now this is may cast that card, so we will just not cast the second one. Yeah, this is a hard situation for him right here. Well, yeah, his spirit is gonna... He wants to Spell Queller. Sure, you can't actually Spell Queller that. He just wants it in play. That's fine. Alright, let's see if we find a Lightning Bolt. Electrolyze. Kinda does it. Alright, so we can Electrolyze to go to this thing at the end of his turn. And then that sets up for the Anger. So again, I think we pass. We're almost there. I promise we've almost turned the corner as our clock's running down, but I don't think we can quite pull the trigger. Now, what does this have to me? I get to do stuff? Creatures, okay. Good, I can flash my Simian Spirit Guide. It's actually fine. No, it's actually really annoying. Gosh, okay. I mean, maybe at that point it's just spell snared that one. I don't know. Alright, well, he's going to sack one, so we only get rid of one here. We get a draw, maybe we'll find a Lightning Bolt. A little worried about the clock. I'm trying so hard to turn the corner on him. Oh, another Electrolyze. Okay, well, let's go ahead and loot. Okay, there's the bolt. I'm going to go ahead and pitch this Spirit Guide. Alright, well, we just have to pass one more time. Yeah, I think we just pass one more time here. And then we bolt the Spell Queller. which causes him to do this. Maybe I did that wrong, actually. Yeah, I did that wrong. I'm going too fast because of the clock. I could have... Well, I could still Snapcast or Bolt if we don't think we're going to die. No, I can't because my lane Bolt's not in the graveyard. I could Snapcast or Electrolyze. No, I did it wrong. Okay. I should have Electrolyzed the 2-1 and then bolted this in response to the ability, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter in theory. Unless we lose the clock, it doesn't matter. Sure, another Platinum Angel. Okay. Alright, this is still fine because we can anger now. Now the corner should be turned. Important to note, I actually don't want to attack with this because if he just makes a 1-1, blocks it, that would basically be the most embarrassing way to lose ever. But this should turn the corner, as long as we don't do any crazy misclicks or anything like that. I don't want to cast any of these spells. So there should be a nothing and a Anger of the Gods we will not cast. Luckily, we have an Anger in our graveyard for a Snapcaster if we need it in the future, because he can make these annoying 1-1s forever. I mean, still takes some damage in that exchange. And next turn, we play another Platinum Angel, and we're just, beating him down at that point. A little out of time. Should have enough time on the clock to finish it off. This has been a wild game, though, that's for sure. I can pinpoint the one little misplay we did where we could have started attacking the turn earlier, but I think that might be it. Nope. I do not want to cast it. It can stay in the exile zone. Okay, so I could... he's got flash stuff too, so we're not going to risk anything here. I was going to say I could just electrolyze it and attack, but... Oh, I guess we still could have done that because he can't flash it in because of Teferi. That's fine. Sure, you can have that. You can activate his Moorland Haunt here. And we are going to respond by electrolyzing these two things down. He could have actually saved himself a token if he had played that slightly differently. Alright, so we have a Blood Moon. I actually don't think we want it, though. Don't want to play it. What I do want to just play is this. There's 5, 6, so we still have enough to Snapcaster Pact. I just want the second Angel out before we start attacking, just to prevent shenanigans. I guess it had Flash, so we could have waited, but this is fine. I think that we have a plan now. Yeah, he's just in Chump Blocks mode here. We have Lightning Bolt to the face, which I guess is worse than just Lightning Bolting his token. I think we got there. I think in this crazy game where we used all of the clock, we're going to get there against the Spirits player with Madcap Moon, all the Platinum Angels. This is pretty nuts. This game especially was so good. Our opponent had so many things. Like we were just getting beat down horrendously, and we just were like, all right, time to pull the trigger on this Madcap experiment. And we're able to, to protect against the disenchant and then eventually dig out of it. Lighthouse did work here. Return, draw. I don't want you drawing. We'll pact that. Don't need to give him any more cards. I will decline to pay for that. We will attack. Alright, you're going to take 11. Bolt, snap, bolt. It's incredibly dangerous. I won't do it. It's sort of tempting to bolt, snap, bolt, and then just. I guess we couldn't die because he'd have to. I guess it was safe because he only had one thing, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I think it was probably not worth giving up access to flashing back our pact. Yeah, a little late though, man. I think you should have made this play with the first one. Let's get our last island out. All right, lightning bolt you. I guess that was the desperation try to take time off his clock move, but it's not going to be enough. Because here we go, crashing in with the double platinum angel into fairy to win. What a nuts game. Woo! What a match. All right. 50 seconds on the clock left. We got there. GG. Spirits taken down by Madcap Moon.